not matter if he's married, if he has a child, if he's clearly with another woman. They are ruthless. Yes.
Oh, and you're talking about
Fortaleza. Fortaleza, yes.
Wow.
Like the city is not set up for foreigners yet.
Okay.
You know, so if you're trying to go do something at the bank, or for a lot of them trying to rent apartments and stuff, it can be dangerous to be a foreign person living here. Women here are very beautiful,
yes.
But they are also very classist. So, like, it's crazy. A lot of women that in America, they could be with like some of the richest men or whatever. But here, because of the classism and the racism, like if somebody is too mulatto or too black or too dark, a lot of times they are just kind of left out there. Yeah.
In Fortaleza, where do people shop at? Where do they shop at in the nightlife? Where do they go? Could you name some of the bars or restaurants you would recommend somebody to go to if they came here? If they was clueless and they just jumped off the plane or off a bus and they came up here or drove up here, where would they must go as a tourist?
Yeah, so the first stretch, of course, is Beta Mar, where you are, and Beta Mar is actually separated. It's divided in between like 3 or 4 sections.
Okay.
Beta Mar is like kind of the touristic section.
Okay.
But if you go down to the fish market, that part is considered Mukuripi, and that's where the fishermen are.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more local, like more of a local vibe, and you can see like basically handmade, like the harbor is full. It's not full of yachts. It's full of handmade boats that they built, and that those guys catch the fish and give it to the fish market for you to eat.
Okay.
So there's like the Mukuripi area. Then you have Beta Mar, and then you have Iracema, which was the place where you went the other night with kind of like the nightlife place.
Okay.
Praia da Iracema has Rua is called Rua Tabajaras.
Okay.
Rua Tabajaras or Rua Tabajeras, I guess is what it would sound like if we saw it. The places where we came today, like this is Emporio del Italia restaurant. This is a
right
restaurant
here.
Bar, not bar, cafe.
Okay.
Cafe restaurant with the little market there. The restaurant that we were at today is called Hoots.
Okay.
Probably they stole it from Hooters.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I
H-O-O-T-S.
asked them that and they were confused when
They probably stole it from Hooters, but
Hoots,
just said Hoots.
They
Yeah.
have a couple letters out.
Yeah. So if you're not looking to struggle too much and you're like looking for more Americanized places, stay in this area and you'll be okay. Morelos.
Okay.
But once you start getting more interested in like looking at other neighborhoods or looking at other scenes, another kind of like gastronomy area that usually has like a cool vibe starting off from Thursday. Oh yeah, everything here like happens from Thursday to Sunday.
Okay.
Another neighborhood to try is called Varjota, and it's like kind of a gastronomy district where they have a bunch of bars and restaurants, a lot of different types, from expensive to kind of local and cheaper.
Okay.
And they've made it to preserve like one of the older neighborhoods. So you have like a lot of people with money going into the bars, but you also will see a lot of the poor people from that area.
We'll go to
they'll be out. They're not necessarily going to the bars because it's too expensive, but they've made it so that it's like a community place. So they have like the benches on the sidewalk. There's a lot of live music playing there. They have a lot of people from that community selling their from their own street cars. So if you don't want to, if you're like, I'm not about to pay no 50 reais to go to that restaurant, right outside of that restaurant, it's going to be some folks like selling some type of food or beer or something for you all to still be able to listen to that music but
Be
sit on the
outside.
side drinking your beer, you know. So that's one of my favorite things here too. Whereas in America, like streetcars
almost
cannot,
looked down on.
they can't exist in the same place as brick and mortar places. But here, yeah, you have people that actually there are some people that want their brick and mortar restaurants, and there are some people that prefer like the streetcars and stuff. So they're not really competing. It's just
Okay.
a whole bunch of people in the same area, you know.
Wow.
So then you have places like Toca do Plácido
Okay.
and Abaete, which
Abaete.
that's what I'm hoping to maybe show you maybe later today. I'm hoping to show you that little area.
Okay.
Very local, very alternative. Abaete is a Bahian food place. They have the acarajé and some sort of cuisine from Bahia.
Tell them what acarajé is. If you can explain it, this is real quick what acarajé
Oh
is.
Lord, what is acarajé? So acarajé is a kind of the closest thing that we would compare it to would be like a sandwich.
Okay.
Where the bread is made from pulverized white beans
Okay.
and then fried, and then inside they make a paste called vatapá. I don't know what vatapá is,
Okay.
but it's good.
Google that, guys. You gotta Google that word.
And they have a kind of okra based paste that they put in it as well, and then they put shrimp in it, and you can add like a hot sauce to it if you want,
Okay.
and it's good. Did you like the vatapá? Not the vatapá. Did you like the acarajé when you had it?
Yeah, I like it. It was good. But the best acarajé I've tasted has been in Salvador Bahia.
Yes.
That was like, oh
Wait
man.
till we go to Abaete. You might like this one.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
'Cause I mean, it's probably somebody from Salvador Bahia that moved up here.
Yeah, it's Baiano. It's Baiano.
Baiano, okay.
It's people from Bahia. Because there's a couple of places like the Baianos. They see that the people here like their stuff. So there's a couple of Bahian places here.
Okay.
All right, so you have like Beira Mar, which is divided into Mucuripe, Beira Mar, Iracema. Then you have Varjota,
Okay.
and then you have the area is called Joaquim Távora, but when you go there, you just need to know Toca do Plácido and Abaete. So maybe you might have to put those words because they're weird words.
Okay.
Another neighborhood is called City 2000 or
City 2000.
or Cidade 2000.
Cidade Dois Mil.
Yes.
City 2000.
So if you're looking for the right place to go there in that neighborhood, because there they have like a center full of like bars, restaurants, streetcars, music, and like a lot of sort of like activity there. Like it's really I just like it there. You know,
Okay.
it's like a cool spot to just go and just be out. But like that place, you need basically to make sure that the Uber takes you to the right area. You need to say Cidade 2000 Centro, or you can go
Cidade Dois Mil Central.
Centro.
Cidade Dois.
2000 or Cidade 2000 Centro.
Central.
Yeah, because it's a whole neighborhood, but to go to that part where they have everything, that's where it is, you know. And then another great neighborhood that I love, like, is of course the downtown area, which they
Okay.
call Centro.
Okay.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you the Instagram of the free walking tour, so people won't be down there going, okay, like I'm here. What do I look at? There is actually a walking tour where they speak English, and they'll kind of take you around there to sort of give you an overview of what it looks like and what it is.
Okay.
And then like later, if you wanted to go, like you can go to a few places there. But the Central I like because it has some of the old architecture, and you can like it just looks different from the rest of the city.
Okay.
And the last area that I would recommend is Benfica.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like the college area.
Benfica, I gotta remember that. The college area.
Benfica. It looks like
Benfica.
Benfica. They pronounce Benfica. Benfica is what it looks like. Or Benfica is what it looks like. And yeah, like in that area, it's just like a bunch of it's like a real college-y area. It's got a lot of bars. They've got a lot of those kind of like those little hole-in-the-wall places with the tables on the street and one of like very community area that I like.
Okay.
If you're looking for like a place to go to just to put you in the area, you could try Gentilandia Bar.
Gentilandia Bar.
Yeah, and that's like just to look for, because it's kind of like an old place, and I think it'll be there for a while. If you just, because all these places, if if you don't know exactly if you just say go to Benfica, they'll put you like at the mall or something, and you'll be like, okay.
Where am I? Yeah.
Yeah. So so to me, like for me, it's just a fun city. I like the different neighborhoods. Like I'm not just that absolute party animal, so everything doesn't have to be party every night. Party. Yeah. Like there are other things that I like. I really like the community of these different neighborhoods. I like riding my bike at the beach. Like I ride it there almost every day. Like this. I love it here.
Cool. What about the dating scene? Now I know you're not Brazilian, but you live here. How's the dating scene here? How would you say it? Like,
for men, especially if you are a foreign man, I think that you have you have a higher than average access to really beautiful women here.
You said higher than average access. I hear that, guys. Higher than average access.
Yeah, the women here are very beautiful,
yes.
But they are also very classist. So, like it's crazy. A lot of women that in America they could be with like some of the richest men or whatever, but here because of the classism and the racism, like if somebody is too mulatto or too black or too dark, a lot of times they are just kind of left out there, But the city also is very, very gay. So you have a lot, in my opinion, you have a higher than normal gay male population, which leaves like even more like beautiful women for men to kind of like holla at, And because the society is so separated, so you don't have like different people from different classes like meeting each other or mixing. So so it's like that. For women, I would say that it's more difficult if you're like looking for somebody that kind of has their life together, that's like there. It's more difficult. But on the other hand, if you're not a classist woman and your man doesn't have to be rich, there are a lot of like the more attractive men to me are the blacker ones that tend to be more in the periphery, in the peripheria. They are not like the rich white guys that have these like an entire floor of an apartment to themselves. They are more of the working class guys, But with those guys, you have to be able to speak Portuguese. The more away from this neighborhood that you go, the more you got to speak Portuguese. If you're meeting people from this neighborhood, then there's a higher chance that they speak a little bit of English, and there's a little bit. So I would say that the dating scene for specifically foreign men is much better than it is for women in this place. The place that I heard that women that are looking for somebody should go is Recife, because they have a higher male population there than female. Here, the female population is higher, and like a huge portion of the men here are gay.
Okay. So you giving some good information.
And the women here, like they are crazy, like they're insane.
Crazy like good,
They are
crazy bad,
because,
crazy like.
because if a man, oh my God, if a man is kind of like one of those, like if he's attractive and obviously has money, the women that are with them are typically very insecure. Like it's really crazy. I've never seen anything like it. The women here are often the aggressors. If you're with a man that another woman likes or is interested in, she does not care if you are there with that man. She will flirt with the guy, like doesn't care about you being there. And as a result, because the pickings are so good for the average man, even ugly men, like they have a lot to choose from. Cheating is cheating is a huge thing here. So if you're with a Brazilian woman, she can be beautiful, but she will be very jealous and very controlling. They do not like, how in the States we have like girls' night out, guys' night out, and stuff like that. They do not do that.
Shorty don't play that.
No, they don't do that here. They do not do it. Men and women, they're not friends. Like they do not have a culture of like men and women just kind of being cool with each other.
And all that.
Yeah. Like they don't really do that here. I know a few people, but usually they're not from here, or like the way that I met them was kind of with the wives and everything. But even then there are a lot of limits, like but they really. Like you don't have a bunch of men and women that are cool with each other unless they're all gay,
Wow.
So it's like that. But the women here are very aggressive, I would say. And when they're interested in a man, it does not matter if he's married, if he has a child, if he's clearly with another woman. They are ruthless. Yes.
Whoa. And you're talking about
Fortaleza, yes.
Wow.
I think Brazilian women in general, they are very like feminine, like they like long hair, beautiful, but they are the aggressors. They are the pursuers here.
Wow, the guy could just sit back and like they're gonna talk to me eventually. Somebody will talk to me.
And the trapping with a baby game is really strong here.
Okay.
I have met so many foreign men. That are there. Some of them understand what happened, but a lot of them are really clueless. But it's the same thing. We knew each other for a month, and bam, she was pregnant, so I decided to stay. Like this kind of thing.
You don't have a clue what's going on, bro.
It's the trapping with a baby game, and it's strong here.
Wow.
And and for here, marriage is still seen as like a really important thing to do and to be. You do see some couples here deciding like, oh, we don't want to have babies and stuff like that. But here, like, it's still extremely important to be married, and extremely important to have at least one child to give all your stuff to. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And they be in the park here. Oh yeah, I forgot Parque de Coco, the Coco Park. Is really beautiful.
Okay.
They be at that park every day. Like the women, for American women, being pregnant is not seen as like special. It's like, oh yeah, whatever, you're pregnant, go have that baby. If you die having the baby, fine, who cares,
Wow.
But here, pregnancy is celebrated. The woman is celebrated. You'll see a lot of women showing their baby.
Y'all see them on the beach with their bikinis, with pregnant. I'm like, golly,
yes.
you still swimming?
Yes, and they, whereas like like the waters will part for these women at the supermarkets, wherever they are.
Yeah.
You know, just bringing a baby into the world is still considered like really exciting, something to look for.
Okay.
And the first birthday of the child here
Oh.
is ridiculous. It's like a sweet 16 for us, but here that first birthday is like it's expensive, it's lavish, you know, like it's like everybody is there. It's like the biggest celebration ever. It's really interesting.
My question now to you, is it worth the visit? From everything you told me about Fortaleza, is it definitely worth the visit?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay.
Now, if you're willing to go a little bit off the beaten path, I would say it would be even better if you're willing to go to some of those like remote beaches like Jericoacoara, or if you don't want to pay Jericoacoara money, Cambuco Beach, because they have because those are kind of beach villages.
Okay.
So they have like a completely different vibe. Cambuco has like all the kite surfers.
Okay.
It's just a completely different vibe from these beaches. Jericoacoara or Jericoacoara is now it has been like completely colonized by like Europeans. It used to be like a remote beach that was quiet, no electricity and stuff, but now it's like, you know, it's very expensive, colonized by Europeans, but a lot of people seem to like it. Yeah, for me, Fortaleza is a special place. I've even heard people talk about how like the infrastructure here is better, but it's not necessarily a party city though. So if
I
you're,
can tell real quick it's not. Yeah.
yeah, like so if you're looking for like if you just need to be at a party all the time, although we do have some places, particularly on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, where it gets crunk. Yeah, it's not like a party city like Rio is maybe.
Okay. And what's the worst thing about living here? Because we always talk about the good. So we try to give it a balance on my channel. I try to give it a balance. What's the worst thing? Because I know you love this city. This is city. How long you live here for? How long you live here?
12 years.
12 years. So I know this is your city. What is the word? It could be something petty. You know what I mean? Some people have
people can be real dumb. Like, like the city is not set up for foreigners yet.
Okay.
You know, so if you're trying to go do something at the bank, or for a lot of them trying to rent apartments and stuff, it can be dangerous to be a foreign person living here if you don't have Brazilian friends.
Okay.
So the sort of independent American thing,
It won't
you have
work
to
here.
you have to give that up, and you have to really make friends here.
Okay.
You cannot be independent here and survive here.
You can't say, oh,
You
I got a whole
cannot.
bunch of money. I'm from the States. I got money.
Nah,
I can just come down here, and my
yes.
money will talk for me like it does in the States. I'll get this, and this.
Exactly.
You have to be connected. You have to know people.
Yes, you have to spend, I would say, a minimum of 1 year building connections here in as many areas as possible. Because once you have one good friend here, that friend is going to have like a whole phone full of everything that you need. Yes. But you do have to spend that time making at least one good friend here. And even then, there's a lot of things here are very random and fickle.
Okay.
So, you know, perhaps on the internet it says, well, at the bank they're supposed to be able to do this, this, and this. But when you get to the bank, maybe that girl has never done anything for a foreign person before.
So she'll be confused.
So she'll be like, well, we don't do. No, she'll just be like, well, we don't do that here. even if you say, but here
But
it
it says that online that you can do
well,
it.
she'll be like, well, but then you could go the next day, and it could be a person who knows how to do the process, you know?
Okay.
So things here are they're very fickle, and they can be very inconsistent, you know? So
Okay.
for me, I don't feel it anymore because I've been here for so
You know
long.
how to maneuver around everything.
But I remember when I was new here, and I was like, like you will spend like the first year or two being really frustrated until and you really have to be able to leave your expectations from how it was at home.
Okay.
Because one of the worst things, especially from Americans that I see, is
compare.
that they're not, like they say, well, in America it's like this, in America it's like this. And if you're not able to move beyond that, this place is not for you.
Gonna eat you up.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a situation. I needed to get my hair cut the other day.
Yep.
So I went with a guy from the house who speaks English. You know, he's Brazilian, but perfect English. He took me around. Some places didn't want to cut my hair. Like
Black
they
hair.
didn't want to. Yeah, they didn't want to do my nails. I got my nails done and a pedicure.
Yes.
We literally went to 7 to 8 spots. I thought maybe was it my skin color, or I mean, like they had open.
It
people
depends.
Open, like chairs and stuff, but they didn't.
Did he take you to some of the Barbados, like the male barbershop places?
No, he took me to like salons and different places like that.
Because because here because there are a lot of rules here. They're social. They're kind of social rules.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily skin color.
Okay.
Like right now, the whole male barbershop hangout spot is kind of becoming like the gentleman's
it's like a
barbershop
trend. Okay.
is becoming more trendy. Did he take you to one of those places?
Eventually, he took me to one of the trendy ones, and they cut
exactly. So if it's like a salon for women, like if you're a man, they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Okay, that's how I
yes.
thought. And he was like, I don't know. And I was asking him because he's talking to me in Portuguese. He's like, I don't know. The people here in Fortaleza are just difficult. He kept telling me like, I'm just telling him he's American.
And they don't perceive it as cultural. They don't perceive it as like our cultural norms are this. When you ask, they would just be like, no, no, you're a man.
And I'm looking at them because I'm like, you got tables open. I mean, you got chairs open.
Yes.
It's a lady sitting there doing nothing. Like in the States, people want the money, so they're gonna do what they're gonna like. I'll take them like.
Yeah, but here as well, like the kind of like the things like fades, and like the way that especially black men.
Yeah.
Because another thing that's starting to become more popular is that you're starting to see some of the black hairstyles that we have in America, like with parts and lines and stuff like that, is starting to become more popular here.
Okay.
But also the spaces are very segregated between the men and the women.
Okay, so now you explain that. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So if it's like a nail place, a lot of those nail places are exclusive for like those women coming to get their,
okay.
Coming to have their like peppering.
I thought it was like because I was black, because he was like a, no, he was a black Brazilian too, because he's like mestizo. But he was like, yo, they keep giving us problem. I'm telling him like he got money.
Nah, but there are rules but that's another thing about Fortaleza that I'm not sure is the same in some of the other big cities.
No, it's not like that in Salvador Bahia. I go in a female shop and they like, all right, yeah, take them. They take you.
Here there are rules, like there are a lot of little rules that you slowly, because this place didn't really even really have foreigners here until I would say about 5 to 6 years ago.
Okay.
And as I say, the society, because you could probably see that there are certain times when things are open, certain times when they're closed, certain times when this happens, certain times when that happens. There are a lot of rules that because this is like a big city, but it's still a small town. I say a big city with a small town flavor.
Okay.
That's why I like it, because I'm from a small town, you know.
And you said it remind you of Alabama and stuff.
There are certain things that like remind me of home here. They just do. They like the heat, kind of like how slow people are.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
get this together.
Yeah. They're like laid back.
No rush for nothing.
Yeah, like in hot places, that's how things are. The way that they have what I call a porch culture. Like if you have a friend with a veranda, like they have, like in Alabama in the South, we sit on a front porch or a back porch and drink and talk all night. They have that culture here, which I really like. And yeah, once you do make friends here, they are your friends for life,
I noticed that with Brazilians.
Yes.
They still calling me from Sao Paulo. They're like, when you come back, when you coming back?
Yes. And once you have that one, and once you make one friend, you will feel like you're leaning on that person way too much, and while you're constantly trying to get to be independent, not knowing that your friend is like trying to bring you into their fold.
Okay.
Like they know you can't be independent here, so they're